If you just read the newspapers or go and look online, you will never come here. You'll be so scared.
It's not easy to really make a sustainable, strong, solid business.
When you're back in India, people ask you, I mean, how can you stay there? You know, it's so risky.
This is the story of finding home in one of the most challenging countries in the world to live in. That's my wife Zara, and that's me. We've been living in Nigeria since 2013. Our original plan was to be here for a year, but now it has been 6 years already. Despite Nigeria's image and challenges, hundreds and thousands of Indians live here, some even for decades. I was therefore interested to know how so many Indians came to Nigeria and what this place means to them.
Certainly, the commercial relationship between India and Nigeria, there is solid evidence that by the early to mid 19th century, that it grew exponentially. From a few small traders, it grew exponentially. Thus, that by the end of the 19th century, there was a very well-established Indian commercial presence in Lagos.
I'm a fifth-generation family member in our business in Nigeria.
I'm the fourth generation of my family in Nigeria.
In fact, I'll be here in Nigeria for 26 years now in January.
By the 1890s, they were settled enough to be recorded as being living and resident in Lagos.
I work at a company called Chelarams PLC. It's a family business set up by my great-great-grandfather. We've been operating in Nigeria since 1923, and I am currently the Chief Executive Officer.
I think my great-granddad came here, it was around the 1930s, and then my granddad followed, my mum followed. My dad eventually came here. I was born in India, but I pretty much came here right after I was born, and both my younger brothers were born here as well, and I've been here since then.
By 1910, 1914, there was now a change. The big boys, as it were, now came in. The great Sindhi merchants. There were 7 big firms, but the 2 most prominent, with Chanrai and Chelarams, made their presence felt in Nigeria from the 1920s.
Our business started in 1923. My great-great-grandfather is a textiles trader based out of Chennai, which was then called Madras, in India. He was exporting textiles at that time as well, and found a demand in Nigeria.
The 1940s, the post-Second World War era, saw a massive economic boom, which they took advantage of.
Into the 1940s and 1950s, we had set up a chain of department stores, and I think at its peak, we had about 14 stores across the country, all over in the north, central belt, east. In our department stores, we sold textiles, we made garments, we made suits, we sold shoes. Then we also branched out into toiletries, personal care, groceries, electronics, bicycles, and then just anything that was generally required.
From the trading origins, the initial period in which there were mere merchants, slowly a lot of these companies now veered into manufacturing, but their focus wasn't heavy industrial manufacturing, they weren't overly ambitious, they kept it simple.
On the side, so in addition to the retail stores, we also invested in industry. We invested in mineral water, we invested in suitcase manufacturing, white goods manufacturing like refrigerators and other items like that. I think we even had a foray into mining and many untold businesses I've never even heard of.
I'm the managing director for Ocean Trans and Trading. We are a gari manufacturing company, and I've been in Africa since 2006.
Me and my wife decided to move here in early 2011, and the first reaction we got from people and some family was that why Nigeria? And me and my wife always told them that why not Nigeria? I have family living here, we have a business here, and I want to grow the business. So for us, the transition and the decision was very easy that we want to move.
I think there is something about like Nigeria where once you've been here, you've grown up here, and it pulls you back.
When I graduated from university, I came back just to visit my parents without the intention to join the business that year. But I went to the office and some projects happened. I just kind of fell into it and I never left.
So I told my dad, if you want to get me to come to Nigeria, you need to get me engaged. So he eventually relented and he got us engaged. That's how I got here, and I think I really enjoyed the college life here. Unilag was really good. I really made some good friends. Most of the kids were here at that time. I mean, nobody was sent to India to study for college or anything. University was quite nice here. Professors were from India too. Quite a few of them, yeah.
Work-wise, I don't think any country offers that kind of excitement other than Nigeria. So work-wise is a great place, but personally to live, it's not an easy place to be.
And then we reached Nigeria in 2012. Our initial expectation, just like any city, you move to a big city, you feel whether you will make friends easily, how will you adjust to the city. But to our surprise, it was so easy here. People are so welcoming, people are so nice. We made friends in no time and we adjusted like I never expected we will.
For me, it had been a great experience working with local Nigerians. Nigeria has a different image to the outside world. But as an engineer, it was very satisfying for me to understand that an average young Nigerian engineer is very skilled and has very good hands-on experience. And even with the, let's say, less than 4 or 5 year experience, these boys have done a wonderful work for us in setting up the plant, in commissioning the plant, in coming out of various problems which we had while we were stabilizing the plant.
There are countries or there are jobs in which you have a lot of money but no time. And then you have jobs in which you have all the time but you don't make any money. But Nigeria is probably the only place I have seen where you make a lot of money in various ways and you have a lot of time because of the structure of how things work here.
My life here is really rewarding. I can do anything I put my mind to, any hope and dream I have, anything that I want to do more of. There is an outlet for that here.
Honestly, there was a point of time where I didn't see myself coming back here, or at least I wasn't on the cards for me. But I've been back. It's been 3 years, and I mean, life's been good to me here. I mean, it's been good.
With my dad, I've lived in Kaduna, Abeokuta, of course. Then with my husband in Enugu, Onitsha, Port Harcourt, Warri, Bonny Island, Abuja, Lagos, of course, and we lived a little while in Forcados. I enjoyed every city, I think, that I've stayed in. I think I enjoyed Abuja the most, but I enjoyed Warri too, and Port Harcourt, and Enugu, and in fact, all the places that I've been in, yeah.
Growing up here, it was like you growing up in a community of Indians. We're always like getting together, like, I mean, despite being so far away from India, festivals like Holi, Diwali, the Navratri period, the Dandiya, it's like religiously happening over here as well. I mean, Navratri starts and like Dandiya is going to happen all the 9 days.
"10 years has gone by very fast. We've done a lot of different projects, investments, businesses that we've opened and closed within that space of time. I know that from our family's history, that we've been here for 90 years, and we've had business in other countries, that if Nigeria was not a land of opportunity, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, Nigeria is indeed, it's a land of opportunity. There is a country which has a deficit in almost everything, starting from power, roads, water, electricity, food. So for a businessman trying to encash on such a large population, it's definitely the land of opportunity, and I firmly believe you can probably be the richest man in the world living and operating only in Nigeria.
Indians in particular that I know of have been extremely successful in various industries, and the industries go across the board. They've done well in construction, they've done well in catering, they've done well in retail, pharma, they've done well in a plethora of industries. So overall, if I say it is a land of opportunity, it has always been a land of opportunity.
Nigeria has given me my home. It's given me so much. One, it's given my husband and me a life, gave us our 2 daughters, wonderful friends, and people here are so nice. I mean, amazingly nice, I would say.
Land of challenges too. It's not easy to really make a sustainable, strong, solid business. There are a lot of stories of people that have made a way with a ton of cash, came up with some great ideas, and or got some lucrative deals and managed to make some good money very quickly. But I think the bigger appeal of Nigeria is the long-term potential.
As I began exploring the various challenges in Nigeria, I realized a special connection emerging, one that represents what this country means to these Indians.
It is not easy to operate here because of the deficits or the infrastructure issues, plus also the system does not really support entrepreneurship. So you are more or less on your own.
Doing business in Nigeria comes with its own challenges, but it's rewarding as hell. In the last 5-6 years when we've been working here, there have been some really tough times. There was a major recession, the greatest in the last maybe 20-25 years in Nigerian economy. Currency was not available, markets were down, people lost so much money. But for me, the great thing was that my mentor has always been my dad, and I work with him day in, day out. He's very supportive and he guides me a lot.
I rightly estimated the opportunity, but I hugely underestimated the task. And that's where Papa really came and helped. And his inputs are just very, very valuable. For he's operating a lot more out of fear and insecurity that he doesn't want to see his son fail.
This is the biggest gari making plant we have set up in whole of Africa, you might say. He involved me in scouting technology for this process. So then, having done that work for him, I was duty bound to take it further. You might say that once I scouted the equipment on his behalf, this became my baby.
It's a great feeling to be around him all day and to learn from him even now. Where we have gone as a company and individually, what I have achieved wouldn't have been possible if he was not around. So together, I think we make a great team.
He came here around March, right in time for the arrival of the equipment. He was involved in the commissioning. He was also equally clueless because he has also not done anything like that, but at least he was less clueless than me. He may not know what to do, but he always knows when something is not right.
And as I grew up here and watched my dad work in our business and alongside my grandfather and other relatives, I always saw myself as part of that story.
I like to say this when people ask me how much Nigeria means to me. I say if India is the motherland, then Nigeria is the fatherland. It's pretty much, I mean, I'm here because at some point some father figure in my family decided to come here, and it just kind of makes sense to me in almost in a poetic sort of way.
Poetic indeed. While talking to people who've spent a long time in this country, I learned how most of them had the opportunity to live and work in developed countries but still chose to live in Nigeria. It is the land of their fathers and will always be their home.
If I would want to be fair, without him I would have probably failed. So that is the extent of his contribution, I would say.